name is Brad Thomas. Welcome to Discovering Your Greatness, the video series companion to my book, The Greatness Revolution. Today, at some point, I will enter my Honda Civic, strap on my seatbelt, and head down a 2-lane road at 60 miles per hour, heading straight toward other vehicles, which are heading straight towards me at 60 miles per hour. We will barrel down on each other, and we will narrowly avoid a head-on collision by inches. Why will we do this? The 2 yellow lines painted in the center of the road. We want to go somewhere, do something, accomplish something. So we choose to get in a 2,000-pound bullet and drive directly towards other 2,000-pound bullets at high speeds, putting all of our trust in the 2 yellow lines painted in the center of the road. Every person on that 2-lane highway places their trust in those 2 yellow lines of paint, as if those 2 yellow lines of paint actually create a powerful, invisible, yet very real barrier extending high into the heavens between the side of the road I am traveling down at 60 miles per hour and the other side of the road the oncoming traffic is barreling down at 60 miles per hour. I trust all the drivers coming toward me are not fooling around with their radios or cell phones, drowsy or intoxicated, and actually have a legitimate driver's license. I probably do not know any of those people personally, or their driving or psychological history. Yet, I trust these complete strangers will stay on their side of the road. Why? The 2 yellow lines painted down the center of the road. Sounds crazy, doesn't it? Well, that's faith. What is faith? It has been said that trust or risk are other words for faith. Soren Kierkegaard writes about the leap of faith. Regardless of how small a step it takes to trust or risk, it still feels like a leap because it involves uncertainty and insecurity. It involves our best friend, discomfort. We all have faith. We all trust in someone or something. God, gods, the absence of God or gods, love, the universe, spiritus mundi, reason, humanity, country, science, nature, work, money, yourself, others, technology, the 2 yellow lines of paint. This goes on and on. Whether we admit it or not, we all live by faith. In fact, it is safe to say that practically everything we do in life is either a leap of faith or an expression of faith. The level of faith we possess involves our own personal risk to payoff ratio assessment in every choice we make and action we take. All choices involve risk and trust. We determine our own level of faith. Perhaps some have greater faith than others. A quick perusal of history suggests those with greater faith influenced their community and world for the better as they walked in their greatness daily. This is why faith is one of the 5 F's of a balanced life. Have you ever seen Jupiter? Some of us have looked at it through a telescope. Some have seen pictures of it in books taken by the Hubble telescope, or so we've been told. Some of us may have never seen it, but we trust it's there because others have told us so. In every instance, there is a level of trust we have determined is appropriate for us to believe in the existence of Jupiter. For some of us, we need to be told by people who have a lot of initials after their names, signifying they are educated and so are trustworthy. For others, our dad who has a telescope is enough. This fact remains. We choose our own level of faith. When most people hear the word faith, they tend to think of religion. Of course, religion can imply faith, but just about anything can become a religion. People can be religious about all sorts of things. We create rituals around sports, countries, political leaders, education, and celebrities. Faith differs from religion, though faith may or may not be an aspect of religion. And of course, this leads to, bananas. I love bananas. They may be my favorite fruit. When you look at a banana, you know exactly what you're going to get. If the banana is green, you know that the meat inside the banana is going to taste bitter and probably give you a stomach ache. If the banana is brown and bruised, you know the meat is going to be a bit syrupy and slimy and sickeningly sweet. But if the banana is yellow, you know the meat is going to taste fabulous. This is what I love about the natural world. With almost all of nature, what you see is what you get. You know a Bengal tiger is probably going to attack and eat you. You know a rhino is unpredictable and may attack you if you enter its territory. In most of nature, you know what you're going to get. The banana, the tiger, and the rhino all have integrity. What you see is what you get. There is really only one major exception in nature to this rule. It's humanity. Often with humans, what you see is far from what you get. Many people see faith as what one believes. And while belief may be a part of faith, there's more to faith than just belief. Soren Kierkegaard writes, "I must find a truth which is true for me, the idea for which I can live or die." The idea is the belief part of faith. But faith contains another vital component. It's that part about living and dying for the idea. Faith takes practice. Faith is living and dying what you believe. French philosopher Maurice Blondel writes, "If you really want to understand what a man believes, don't listen to what he says, but watch what he does." It's not just what we say that constitutes faith. It's also how we live and what we do. And both of those are connected to our why. A person of faith is a whole person, cerebral, visceral, and the heart of man. His mind, body, and heart all work together, heading down the same channel like water. His why, how, and what all work together, moving in the same direction. What he believes, what he says, and what he does all work together. He has integrity. Like the banana, what you see is what you get. It's possible to believe something, yet not possess faith. I can believe lying is wrong and telling the truth is right. But if I lie, I don't really possess faith, or at best, my faith is weak. If Martin Luther King Jr. believed in civil rights but did not undergo arrest and imprisonment for speaking and practicing civil disobedience, he would not have possessed faith. In a prayer for Owen Meany, John Irving writes, "Never confuse faith or belief of any kind with something even remotely intellectual." Belief is intellectual and is part of faith. But faith is physical, emotional, and intellectual. Faith is cerebral man, intellectual, visceral man, physical, and the heart of man, emotional, moving as one. Faith is the head, the body, and the heart aligning. It is a way of life. All of us are going to practice faith. How we live and what we trust shows it. The question is, who or what am I willing to trust? Am I willing to grow in my faith? Will I listen, reflect, learn, and adjust? The words of a teacher some 2,000 years ago ring true. Ask, and it will be given. Seek, and you will find. Knock, and the door will be opened. Those who pursue the kind of truth Kierkegaard was writing about, with desire, determination, and discipline, find it. Those who make the shift and ask open themselves to find truth. Those who knock on the doors of possibility walk through those doors into their greatness and their dreams. Everyone must find an idea for which he is willing to live and die. That idea is tied up in our dream, and that dream always has something to do with serving others. If you have an idea you are willing to live and die for, you will risk, you will trust, you will listen, reflect, learn, and adjust at every moment. You will let every moment form you within, moving you towards your truth and your dream. You will remain open to hear and see what each moment is teaching you about your relationship with others in your life. You will grow. You will be transformed by your faith, which is the way you live. Your life will be the greatness revolution. So don't just believe in your greatness. Walk in your greatness and have a great day.